I want everybody to read. I want everybody to take their time. I want everybody to go through the same process of crying, the ignorance. You might read a paragraph in this and it blow your mind, and you just, oh my God, just got to sit it down. Study the prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Oh yeah, happy holy day, Moors. We are manifesting here at, it's going down. It's a happy holy day. Yes, it is a Friday, our day. And I'm just here to build with everybody here at home. This is for the whole world. This is for the entire human family. Welcome. Peace. Salams. Islam. Assalamu alaikum. Ma shalom ka. Namaste. To all the ancient religions of peace and harmony, and I bid you, honors have been given, the Most High, to the prophets, to the matriarch. Yes, because the mothers, the matriarch, they are the God-givers of the human race. Talking about the human family here today in this vainglorious Moorish Mud show. And today we're building on the prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Yes, the prophet. Why is he a prophet? Whoo! Once you study the brother, I highly suggest this book. This is so serious. Noble Drew Ali, Exhuming of a Nation. Through Elihu Pleasant-Bey. Elihu, you did a fantastic job, brother. Fantastic job. This is one book, like I say, with most people, anybody who reads, avid readers, whatever you may read, whatever book, like this is a powerhouse. I don't agree 100% with everything in the book. However, I say, man, look, at least 90%, man. It's a couple chapters on Africa Bambaataa. Talk about a little Bambaataa in here. But other than that, look, as far as nationality, as far as the truth, as far as what has been needed to help solve what we have today in America, the quote-unquote Negro problem, or the quote-unquote Black Plague, if you will, or what's the other, the colorable law, and how most people of the melanated persons, or how we manifest, have no nationality, have no idea of what civics is, we've not been taught these things in school purposely. Yes, our education was programmed. Rockefellers and all of them came in. We know about Jim Crow. We know about slavery. We know about Reconstruction. And in Reconstruction, it was just that everything was reconstructed. So a lot of the information and knowledge of what we are receiving today is misinformed. North is south, south is east. The maps have been turned upside down. We still going through flat earthers and round earthers. There's still these debates. There's still no final conclusion of knowledge of information where people can actually come together as a human family and say, okay, let's upgrade, y'all. That's old dated information. Let's go with the new upgrade information and allow ourselves to graduate officially. And let's get back to the human family and nationality. Negro, colored, black, African American. Hold no nations, hold no national saving powers. They don't even equate in the human family. It's not even, there's no Blackaland or Colornesia or Negrodamia land that Negroes or blacks or coloreds or African Americans. Those are two continents. That's, you know what I mean? If we're talking when the continents were closer together, Pangea, or if you're talking about, shout out to Elon Musk, South African, who lives in America. He would be an African American by true definition. However, most African Americans don't look like Elon Musk. However, that would be the African American brother, just in case, you know what I'm saying? If we want to really get down to what words and meanings and not, oh, you know what I'm saying? No, we're not doing denotation, connotation, denotation. We're not playing that game. What the word means is what the word means. Don't say, oh, you know what I mean in civics. It's like going to court and saying, judge, and you say the wrong thing, and they say, oh, you know what I mean, and then somebody getting ready to send you up for 25 to life because you know what I mean don't count in civics and in law. So in law, and one of the reasons why this brother is a prophet is because he gave us all the information connecting us back to the human family from which we were removed by names of Negro, Black, Colored, etc. Nubian, Ethiopian, the people of America, the dark-skinned, including the Native Americans, because Native American is still a misnomer. Indian is still a misnomer. Let's just deal with the facts. Black Indians, we were called all of these mixed up names over a period of centuries throughout law in this land. And with a lot of those laws and the Jim Crow and the removal and the redlining and removing us from the human family, we as human beings began to take on the identity of these misnomers, of these particular spells, which were defined by the status quo, whoever was popular at that time, whatever presidents or mayors or whoever were enforcing these laws, especially when the Ku Klux Klan came in, especially when the Democratic Party came in. We got to understand, everybody has an agenda. Let's look at this. The Republican Party had an agenda. Shout out to Lincoln. We got to get up where we fell off at. Inside this book and inside this whole manifest, it's even the 20 clauses that were eliminated from the Emancipation Proclamation that should probably be enforced by the Moorish Americans if by chance they take their flags and emblems and seals and put their prophet out front, because a lot of this information is over 100 years old. Okay? Most of y'all only know Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Booker T. Washington. When February comes around, you know, we get the Black History Month, but that word black, you still have to understand what that word denotes to. The denotation of that word is so serious because when you look it up, it's an adjective. It's not a noun. Don't say, oh, but black is short for blackamoor. No. Blackamoor is a noun. If you were saying blackamoor or Moor, and when you look up Moors in the law dictionary, they check white. Moors check white, y'all. We're technically the white man. We would, if under civics and law of status, I'm not talking about crayons in elementary school and you just learning how to color. No, I'm not talking about elementary school. We're growing up here. We're grown. We're talking civics. We're talking law. You can learn this stuff when you're 6 years old, okay? A child can read. Any child that can read, anyone that has a law dictionary, please take the time and look up free white persons. And then look at the list of the different people who are listed under white, who are supposed to check white, because that's what white stands for. White, purity. The landowners, owners of the land. You know, Messiah, the cleanliness. We wear white, the white turbans, the white fezzes, the white robes. We talk about our ancient garb and our ancient traditions basically being personified into law And we are those people because we come from people who were Moroccans. You're standing on Morocco. This was once the Moroccan or the Moorish Empire, the Moabite Empire. There were a lot of empires that took place, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. The Moorines, the Moors, yes, our ancient ancestry. I'm talking about when we crossed over. Yes, we may have come from what we call Africa today. The Nigerians would call it Mbibli in their language, if I'm correct. It's really no Africa either. A Mexum. We're going to go back to a Mexum. West of Mexum, we're talking about ancient times where the maps were different and the lands where we are calling states. No, there were no states. Before World War II, before World War I, there were empires, okay? Across this planet, there were monarchies. There was a bloodline of people who were in charge. Shout out to the Habsburg Empire, Habsburg Dynasty. Shout out to all my people. Y'all can just Google Moors on Slavs. You Google Moors on Slavs. Slavs are slaves. The European Christians, yes. Them, the families, all of that. That fuss was us. So when we talk about slavery and who did this to whom, and we want to fight each other and get upset, and you did this to me and y'all did this to us, or they did that to us, or we did this so y'all did this. Or America. It's too much fire going on here. From the advent of Black Lives Matter scamming everybody, to Kamala Harris tricking some of all of y'all with the whole situation. Anyone who can read the Constitution or understand law can see through a lot of the masks and the nonsense of what's really going on here. These people are not going to win with the evils and the nonsense that's taking place. This is a divine movement that we are on. Us as Moorish Americans taking our rightful identity, status, pushes all of the evil away. Us coming into our right minds and learning to love instead of hate. Learning to love our neighbor as ourselves. Learning to, when we see one another, we see a God. We see another person, another aspect of the whole, of the all, which is Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Impersonated in whatever human being. Until we get, whether if a person even knows that or not, when we know this and we see this, we should recognize this. 5 principles: love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. There's nothing wrong with that. Moors, when are we going to take the time to read and study and do our due diligence? I'm talking to the brothers from, whatever masjid you may come from, brothers. Whatever particular sect of Islam you're studying, to whatever particular set of Christianity, of Buddhism, of the Vedic texts, even with the Tao, Confucius, Kung Fu Tzu, we have to come and realize that this is one holistic system. Bruce Lee ain't just the most popular Chinese dude in the hood just for some reason. He did something special. Mixed martial arts. He brought the styles together. He learned all the styles. So no matter who he ran into or could see or speak with, he could speak that style and show them improvement or flaws where their style is missing. We have a system here, a holistic system called Islamism. It's already been named. I'm not making this up. It's in the book. Y'all take the time to read and understand. We got a lot of work to do as humans. We are not developing properly because we are not educated properly, because we are not eating properly. There's a specific diet for every different nationality of different people who live where they live in a different part of the world, eat different. Ethiopians have their cuisine. You go around the Middle East, Mesopotamia, they have their cuisine. That suits them. That's naturally healthy for them. You parlez-vous français? Guess what? Cuisine. Everybody's got it. But when we come to America and we deal with blacks and we start talking about soul food is slave food. The bottom, the worst. Not the most nutritious. Sometimes delicious, but not the most nutritious. And you are what you eat. If you eat the bottom of the guts of the nothings of this, of whatever, and we're living in a society today where it's a choice to eat like a slave. It's your freedom and your will, and that's what you choose to do, to fuel your vehicle with such material. Let's not wonder why when we look outside, or when certain people don't even want to look at the mirror, don't even want to look at their bodies and even clean themselves properly because they don't like what they see. But we're constantly doing this to ourselves, our children. We're feeding, mistreating our children. Wrong food, wrong diet, wrong habits. When they grow up, and all they know how to do is hate, no love for self. Most women don't even cover their heads, don't even rock their natural hair, don't want to be themselves. They rather be what they see on TV. TV has more influence, or the superstar, rap, whoever she is, or whatever icon. I am not going to say any names, no. You know what I'm talking about. When you take yourself off your own pedestal and you stop looking at yourself like you are an image of God, and you give that power to someone else and say what they say, the way they rock their hair, or what they do is more influential than your own divine frequency that's emanating from your heart, because you don't want to listen to it, you don't want to meditate, you don't want to vibrate with yourself, you don't want to get to know yourself, knowledge yourself, you suffer the consequences. Most people become reprobates. Yes. Rebellious against what? Their higher self. Everyone has a higher self and a lower self. Some people call it the angel on the right shoulder and the devil on the left shoulder. No. Let's just keep it real. Everyone, including you, has a higher and a lower self. Who are you listening to the majority of the time? Do you love more than you hate? Do you focus more on the negative than you do the positive? Because some people just say, oh, the world is bad. And they say right here, I come before the fire. If you as a people don't get behind me, you will not make it through. Noble Drew Ali. This is that cooling water. Because it's a lot of fires burning. It's a lot of fires burning in your minds and your hearts. Y'all think the world is just so bad, and oh, the devil is this, and all this is, and it can't be. No. It is that. However, you're focusing on the negative. You say you're a true believer. You say you're a man of the faith, the collar, the cloth. You got the flavor. You should know this. There's never, ever been an improper or imperfect yin-yang. Which means whatever is happening on the negative side, if it's extreme, there's some extreme and powerful happening on the positive side too. It's always balance on this planet. Always. As it's turning and doing what it's doing, there's always some light and there's always some darkness going on at the same time. The planet is not all light and all dark at the same time. The problem is the thinking of these individuals making decisions based on misinformation has become an epidemic, a plague. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought information, knowledge, books. Y'all like to read? Any avid readers out here? Any lawyers out here? Is there a lawyer in the house? Anybody speak legalese? Because we got plenty of legalese in here for you. This is not something that you can just grab and say, oh, I just flipped through it and I did this and yeah, I read it and that was, no. It's chapters inside this book here. And I'm a reader. I'm someone who reads now. I don't joke. I gotta break at least 3-4 dictionaries sometimes just to read this one book. Seriously. This is no joke. Brother Elihu, once again, thank you. Shout out to the Moorish American national government. Support yourself. Support your knowledge of self. Grab one of these books, man. I'm trying to tell you. It even breaks down the flag, the Grand National Seal. It even shows the Grand National Emblem. I think that all of this is perfect. It's divinely described inside of this book. We could take our flag, our emblem, have our own constitution. Family. We have our own constitution. Family. Just like every other nationality. Polish people come from Poland. They have their own constitution. Chinese people. Chinese Manchurian Empire. They come from somewhere else. They're here, yes, but they come from somewhere else. A lot of these people have nationality cards. A lot of these people, I'm trying to tell you, won't talk to you about civics. Because they can't. Because you're not civil. Civility. Principles. Honor. Respect. Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. All flags, all nationalities even have crests. Family crests of their name. They know where they come from. They know where they're going. They know what they're doing in life. Most people that are in the blackout are just on the Christmas program. Let's just be honest. Y'all working, y'all living your life to have a job. If you ask a person, who are you? They'll tell you where they work at. What do you do? They'll tell you where they work at. Who are you? They'll give you a job description. If you don't believe me, just test it. Check it out. Y'all go to y'all parents. Go to whomever, certain people that you might think I'm talking about, and ask them. Ask them. Who are you? What's your purpose in life? Like, why are you here? What are you doing? You can ask them who God is. If they tell you God is someone outside of themselves, they haven't been reading. They haven't been studying. Most people don't know who they are, or what they are, or why they are here. They think it's to get money, leave something for the family, and then they go off to some darkness somewhere, or some light like Carol Ann and Poltergeist, and this was fun, and it's over. Some people have not even tapped into their higher spiritual consciousness to even understand that once you, if you want to call it death, once you die here, you really wake up somewhere else. A lot of people already have the information. Yeah, life is somewhat of a simulation. We see the same passing, same people, different friends, people we've seen before, kind of recognize. Deja vus are happening. We got all type of excuses or phenomena to explain this third dimensional reality in which we're all living in. And what I'm telling y'all is more to life than just you getting here, leaving, and then that's it. You may come back several times. You may come back several times through your bloodline. You might be your grandmama or great-grandfather, however it works. However, what are you doing here now? What is the purpose? What is your reasoning? You can't be like some people I know and just keep failing ninth grade 9 times. Come on now. You see certain people moving stagnant. You see certain people just, bad things and negative things happen to them, and then, oh, life is over. Oh, I can't do it. It's over. Okay. All right. For you. But don't put your bad on me. I am an unlimited God. I accepted my divine responsibility a long time ago when I was a wee little, probably about 13, 14 when I came into this knowledge. Now, what I did not know is that I had a nationality. So I understood my creed, and which was taken from the NBC, Negro, Black, and Colored. Because most of your creed, you ask a person, what is your creed, what do you study, whatever, they'll tell you probably another religion or something that is not of America, indigenously. They'll tell you something that was not perfected in a time where our Islamism coming in represents a perfected science of metaphysics. Bringing in the 5% too, the 5% knowledge. Oh, yes. Yes, all of this is relevant. The mathematics, the numerology, the astrology, geometry. Oh, yeah, algebra. All of these particular sciences are relevant. The sciences and the math that you learned in school will be broken down and shown to you how to apply this to your life. For instance, geometry. We've seen the square, compass, the geometry. We understand that, but how do you apply that to yourself? I'm a tree. Could we be talking about the tree of life? Could we talk about all the different chakra systems that's going inside of this body? Reiki? Could we be talking about healing powers? Saving powers? X-Men? Waking up at this particular time? The X factor? Waking up at this particular time? Generation X? Certain people born between a certain time and a certain time that's supposed to come into this information and bring this healing to the world. Bring this knowledge and this truth to the world. They say the best way to teach is by example. I'm here as an example to show you. We've been lied to. Playtime is over. The lies are over. I give you a demonstration just from the table of contents. This book goes into one thing right here. This is so important. Proclamations of status and jurisdiction of the Moorish Americans. It's not only telling you who you are, but it's giving you and showing you why your status is what it is, and how you're not to abuse that status. In other words, there's a lot of dirty Moors and people out here trying to take people's houses and no. Oh yeah, we the land on. No. You haven't even proclaimed your status yet, and you're trying to take action. Understand that this is a movement of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. So when you see a lot of Moors, you hear the word Moor, and it goes back to many different times, and this, and they did this in the past. Guess what? Everybody had a messed up past. Everybody had an empire or something like that fell. Okay? We are here now as Moorish Americans. Why are we Moorish? Because an amalgamation already took place. I'm Moorish, which talks about the mixed blood line that I have now. From Europeans to ancient Amexums, Olmec, all the way to Cherokee, Anianwea. I could go on Choctaw, Washita. Yes. So, yeah. Native Americans are Moorish too. We've all been mixed up. This Moorish identity is what describes our bloodline. Hyphenated with the American because, well, rightfully we are Americans by true definition. Not naturalization. I'm talking about the true definition when you go to an older dictionary. It's for a lot of my European family here out here too. Listen, y'all. It is a definition that breaks down and talks about the copper-colored indigenous people that were here before the advent of the doctrine of discovery, 1493. Before Reconstruction and they started rewriting all the pictures of George Washington and all these presidents when they were of mixed Moorish nationality and different bloodlines. Yes, Whigamore, the Whigamore Party, Whigamores. These are the first Republicans. Let's deal with it. The Federalist Party. Federalists. That's a party. George Washington wasn't the first president. He was the first president of the United States of America. Before that, there was 8 presidents of the United States Continental Congress, which was headed by John Hanson, who was clearly a Moor, and used that grand seal, the grand seal, yeah, the one with the pyramid on the back of your dollar, yeah, OG, triple OG. That's the Moorish seal. You're not getting out of this, white America. You guys came with the eagle by way of Rome from the Roman Empire. Yeah, because that's the symbol of the eagle. Rome, Vatican, Christians. Moors and Christians, we're supposed to be sharing this land. We're not supposed to be beating each other up and killing each other. The whole point of the Constitution was supposed to be this master grip handshake that brought peace amongst our families and people. And we can come here, and even if you was under the religion, whatever religion it is, even if you devil worshiping, okay. Salem Lot, the witches and all of that. Guess what? Everybody has a place here. However, you can't intrude on other people who are not of your status and whatnot. You mess with somebody in your court, your status over there, y'all supposed to judge each other. I can't say what the witch is supposed to do. I'm not a witch. I'm not a sorcerer. I don't know what the witches do, okay? It's like if any other situation happened with the Italians. The Italian family or whoever they are and their bloodline, they handle their problems. We're supposed to have our same communities and our same saving powers and protection to keep us safe too. So we handle court where we are at. And we wouldn't be getting thrown in everybody's penitentiaries, everybody's, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't deport us. Anybody else here is deportable. Because they have nationalities. We have a nationality also. It's Moorish American. The Prophet, Noble Drew Ali, brought us the saving powers, brought us the name. We got flags, we got emblems, we got seals. We got everything it takes to save a nation. We even got the Louisiana Purchase. Shout out to the Washita. Look it up. We got land. The problem is, it's a lot of lazy Moors around here, scared to pick up the flag, scared to pick up the turban, sisters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a lot of cleaning up y'all got to do. I'm not going to shame you. Sexy Red exists. That's enough shame. The fact that that exists. And ain't no sisters came out and said like, hold on, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. There's no, y'all let this? Y'all gonna keep following the satanic level, the lower self? Or we gonna get holy and get with this holiness? Because just because you holy don't mean you can't be sexy now. Hold on now. Beautiful and holiness, beautiful and cleanliness is next to godliness. That don't mean you got to live like a monk and wear, under Sharia law. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. We are Moorish Americans, okay? Some of us barely wear any clothes at all. When you see any of the brothers and the powwows, and look, all those are uniforms, the headdresses, the feathers. All of this is ours. You get in where you fit in. You be yourself. You do that which is comfortable for you and your soul. As long as you're not intruding on nobody else, man. No children and no wild stuff. And come on now. We know I could take nudity so far. We talking about traditional. Especially when it's hot outside. We tropical people. All we have to do is be ourselves, righteously, holy. This is what the prophet has given us. And it's a lot of forgiving we got to do too. Especially for ourselves, for our ignorance. And especially to the European. Yeah, we got to apologize to the European. Because we enslaved them. Al-Andalus and all up and down the southwest African shores and all of that. Man, look. They didn't have us in them slave camps. We had them in them slave camps. Let's get it right. Let's tell the real truth. Let's get out of this pity party and, oh, we were slaves and oh, they messed us up and oh, our history is gone. No, our history is here. We got a grand history. We have a prophetic history. All of this has holy and divine meaning of us being those people, just trying to say, mothers and fathers of human civilization. Like, we did a lot. We did more than what we think we know. And I ain't going to give it away. No. I want everybody to read. I want everybody to take their time. I want everybody to go through the same process of crying, the ignorance. You might read a paragraph in this and it blow your mind. And you just, oh my God, just got to sit it down. Study the prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Study his prophecies. Read the Moorish Holy Quran. He didn't make that. He prepared that. Read the book of Ali. He did write that book, though. I would say go to the Moorish Science Temple, but a lot of them temples, they not teaching. I don't know what they doing. Because if they was teaching, the society wouldn't look like how it looked. There should be a school attached to every Moorish Science Temple. Any Moorish Science Temple without school operating, like how the Nation of Islam was doing and building with the MGT and got sisters and all of that, and you see the actual effects of the teaching to the people, clean, upright, looking their best. Yes, all of that. And I don't even want to talk about the Moors that's in the prisons. Them not the people you even want to be around. The ones in the prison system. And this is not a prison system religion. This is not that. Just because your first introduction to it came from the penitentiary does not make this a penitentiary thing. Y'all quit sagging and pull your pants up, man. Ain't no sagging in the temples, bro. Ain't no thieves in the temple neither. And it's only one temple. It's that man in the mirror. What's your temple like? I know what my temple's like. Around here, steel sharpens steel. Diamonds cut diamonds. I'm always looking for somebody sharper or smarter than me when it comes to this. Because I want to get sharper. I want to be smarter. Every day. Every hour. That's my birthright. Knowledge is power. And I want to be as powerful as I possibly can. My name is Aziz Bar Abdullah. Azael Shawda. Yeah, I got Hebrew names and Phoenician names. I got all that. Yeah. Yes. I am that. Mud? Yeah, y'all know mud, but nah. It's a real spiritual warrior that exists in me. I may play and laugh and joke to make a lot of this palatable. However, this is a serious situation. Because I see a lot of people that are in dire need of this particular information. And they're not getting it. And it's not going to be readily available. If you got a good study guide and system, or maybe some AI that can go back and get past a lot of this reconstruction stuff and tell you the truth, you can get it. But right now, Google, You want to know something about a Moor? You better ask a Moor. Just like if you want to learn something about Chinese people, you don't ask Japanese. You ask the Chinese. You ask the right questions, you get the right answers from the right people. So ask some questions, man. Ask, please. Put them down in the comments. No question is too wild. I will actually be in the DMs. I will check. I will holler back at y'all. If y'all really sincere and serious about a lot of this information, and I'm not going on no debates and no long paragraphs and all of that. You either read this book, know who the prophet is, or you don't. And if you do, okay. I don't need y'all filling up the whole comment section on how much you know and the verbal ejaculation about whatever it is that you trying to say about the prophet. Okay? We got that. Let's enlighten one another. This is not about debate. This should be done under the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. And if y'all want to get a study group, you know what I'm saying, do some nation studying, this is where we need to be, especially the sisters, because the women, hey, sisters, y'all got to teach this to y'all children. And guess what? When I say sisters, I mean the Slavic ones too, or Slavic ones too. We all got this Moorish blood in us now. Let's stop playing. This is a bloodline creed that we're supposed to be on and we're supposed to be following. Forget all the rest of the whatever, and it's going to look like Detroit hip-hop in the 90s. I ain't even going to front. It's almost like I've seen this before. The turbans, you know what I'm saying, the good smelling oils, the gardens, the good parties, the vibration, the Agnihotra, yes, the burning of the cow dung with the ghee and the rice and all of that. Yeah, purifying the air, purifying the land, healing ourselves, bringing back that holy vibration, that family, that reunion. It's time for the family reunion. I'm talking about human family reunion. And it's going to be all complexions. This is not a black thing. This is not a black national thing. Moors have many different complexions. Moors have many different creeds, if you will. We're not all Muslims of the ancient order. Most of us are. Some of us are. But there's some that are Muslims. There's some that are heavy into the Coptic Christianity, the OG Christianity. Not the, what the Vatican them is serving up. Not that cook crack thing with the white boy, him. No, not Jesus. Yehoshua, the real guy. So when I tell people, and people get upset when I say Jesus didn't exist, I'm saying the Jesus character that they made up, the caricature, the Jesus of Nazareth, that guy, that look, that whoever that is, reconstruction. The real dude looked more like me. The real dude survived. The real dude lived. They didn't crucify him. They didn't kill him. And there's accurate documents and records of it. So, do your own research. I'm not talking about believe. I'm talking about read. Because when you read and you have the facts, there's no reason for belief. You don't have to believe in, because you know who it is now. You have to believe in your parents. You have to believe in God. You know God. You know who God is, how God works, and the truth. There's no mystery. There's no question that cannot be answered. So, get the book, y'all. Get your saving powers. Save yourself. The 5 points: love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. This is not a Masonic thing. We are not Masons. I'm here to tell you. We predate all of that. We are the triple OGs. Moorish Americans. Islam.